Hi y'all, how's it going? Good for you to see. I'm gonna go slow motion in as I sit down. Howdy y'all, my name is Sarasa, but I'm the queen of healthy Latin cooking. I'm hoping you're doing well today. Welcome to my fierce cooking show. Okay, I want to talk to y'all a little bit because, first of all, I'm missing my magenta hair. I miss it. I miss my hair. I do. And I find like the brown is a lot of upkeep because it's a darker color. And with the darker color, my grays will come up like that. And it's really noticeable. And it wasn't like that with the magenta hair because it was a lighter color, and when my grays popped in, it wasn't so like noticeable right away. So in that sense, I am missing my magenta hair. But one thing I noticed being here in New York City, with whatever way I style my brown hair, which is almost black, that's another thing. I find it to be too dark. Every time I touch it up, it seems to get darker, and I don't like that. But I noticed something that's been very, very interesting, that with brown hair, no matter how it's styled, especially if it's styled pulled back or like this, I would be invited into places. I've been having cabs just a few times stop for me. And I'm not looking for one, right? So with magenta hair, that was not the case. And with magenta hair, well, I don't know yet because the summer hasn't come. But I know with the magenta hair and summer and wearing my tight tops and my tits up, that, men would stop. They would really stop. In cars, they would stop while they're walking and talk to me. I was getting a lot of attention with the magenta hair. So I'll see what happens this summer with this color hair on that level. But then again, the red hair and the breasts are very, very much a Jessica Rabbit vibe, right? So it's like I'm looking for it, and I get it. I get the attention. So I do not know this summer what's going to happen with now having brown hair. And also this summer, I am having my implants removed. Okay. So there's going to be a big adjustment not having these size breasts anymore. So this is a video about my magenta hair versus brown hair, but then I'm going to talk about what it's been like. What has it been like for me as a trans woman going from like a B cup to a G, and then as a trans woman on hormones, especially the progesterone, which does add volume to the breast slowly, so they say. So I do feel since my surgery, my breasts have gotten bigger from possible HRT therapy, progesterone and estradiol, and also a bit of a weight gain. I let myself gain some weight. I tend to be a bit anorexic. I like the 128, 130 weight. But then I feel like my face is really drawn and my butt disappears. The Brazilian butt lift goes out the window. The fat transfer that I did, Once I get the weight back, the butt gets bigger again. But also probably the breasts too. So they're the biggest they've been in a while. And so let's talk about it again, because I have been discussing on my videos lately about my decision to have my implants removed. I have dry, itchy eyes. I have headaches. I have really bad fatigue. I have gut issues, which I thought I had maybe small intestine bacterial overgrowth. My last videos, I don't have that. I've got bloating, distension, which I feel that it will be a very good idea to have some lymphatic drain massages. There's a doctor on YouTube who is amazing, that if I was in Texas, and I wouldn't want to live in Texas as a trans woman, but if I was in Texas, I would see this man. Now, I am very, very happy with my surgeon. I'm very comfortable with him. I think his work is great, but this doctor here, he's a combination of Dr. Perry and Dr. Will Powers, in my opinion. Let me get his name. Dr. Robert Whitfield. Discovered the ultra-free Wi-Fi. Yep, Dr. Robert Whitfield in Texas. His vibe on explant surgery, breast lifts, inflammation. See, because I have an inflamed brain. I feel like I'm inflamed all over. I really feel like I am totally fucking in an inflammation state. And this doctor talks about the inflammation, talks about all these issues with the breast implant illness. And he was the one that kept saying about the lymphatic drain massage and how important that is. And the nutrition, how important that is. In a video I saw yesterday, he was just mentioning about the estrogen levels, the progesterone, all of that. Because he was talking about fat transfers to the breast, which initially I had gotten that done in 2017-18 when I got my body lift. I had my whole entire body lift and a Brazilian butt lift with my fat back there and tissue to my butt. Okay, had all my loose skin removed, all of it. I mean, I have scars everywhere. I'm going to get more scars because I'm veering off. Because with the implant removal, I'm also going to go with the lollipop breast lift. So it's going to be, the areola is going to be removed, and it's going to be an incision here to the areola and a breast lift. Look how big my breasts are and beautiful. But Dr. Whitfield was talking about the estrogen levels, about healthy fats, gaining the weight so you can put it on your breast and get a natural volume, which I wanted initially, actually. I asked Dr. Perry if he does fat transfers, and he's like, he was yes. But let's go back a little bit, why I ended up with such big breasts. I don't know why. I said it in the other videos that I had the discussion with Dr. Perry. I said, Dr. Perry, you know, what size? He's like, I'm going to give you a size that's going to be good for your frame. But I didn't expect it was going to be this big. I really didn't expect it. They're a G cup. And just recently, I went to a really good bra store and picked up some really nice bras and underwear. I picked up 3 sets of bras, and only one is the one that I've been wearing, wash and wear, and some other ones I got from Amazon now that I know what my bra cup is, strap size is. So the 2 other bras that are very expensive, I've never worn. So I'm going to sell them on eBay or Craigslist because I am getting my breast removed. I say the next month or 2. Everything's approved except for the breast lift. I am putting in for that to see if the breast lift is approved, and I hope it is approved. And as a reminder, if this is your first time watching, I've had my videos about my left breast being encapsulated and having to remove it and replace it. And I'm still getting pains. Recently, I got a pain that felt circular. It felt circular. Can you believe that? But a different pain. Like usually it's a pain down here. This one was a pain up here. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm having my breast removed. Since this is going to be goodbye, all right? And, you know, whatever way you want to interpret my look is the way you want to interpret it. I like big hair. I love curly. I love straight. I love blowout, whatever. But this is the look that I like. I remember in my early stages of my transitioning before surgery, and I would dress for my cooking show as Soraya. I had little breasts. I always had tissue. Always had tissue. From a little boy, I always had tissue. And so when I started exploring my gender identity as a two-spirited person, I always admired what I could do, you know, in dressing as a woman. And I remember those outfits and everything and really adoring my little cute chicken cutlets, what I have for breasts. And I remember people back then, that was what, 10, 15 years ago, saying I look like a little Puerto Rican princess. So 15 years has passed. So I don't know how in 15 years I can go from a princess to a mama. Because now I call myself trans mama. And I call myself mama because a lot of men call me mamita, mama, you know. And I'm like, I wasn't crazy about it. But I believe that the breast size adds to a more maternal look. And I wasn't aiming for a maternal look with the breast implants. And so when the implants come out, I'm surely not going to be able to pass for a princess. 15 years have passed, and I am going to be 66 this week. But I was what, 52, 53, 54, and being called the Puerto Rican princess? So that's okay. So I'm looking forward to getting a little bit of youth back in my body, a little bit more sleek. You know, I always did like J-Lo body proportion contouring, which was not so big on top, but a nice full bottom. That's the look I always liked, not so top heavy. Let's take a look at my butt. It's there, right? It's there. And ratio to the breasts. And because, you know, I am who I am, it's not like I have hips. I think if I had hips that way, it would be amazing. But some women, cisgender, do not have hips either. Doesn't matter. I still stop traffic no matter what. And we'll see what happens when the breasts are removed. But it's not about stopping traffic. I think when you get to be 66, and I wasn't born like this, I didn't have all those decades behind me to help me look like this. I did not have that as a human. I started my hormone therapy in 2017, not even 10 years. So when I get the attention, it means a lot. It means a lot. It means like my apartment that I sold to look like this was a good investment. And I'm happy when I see myself in the mirror. All right, that's what counts. So, but I am very, very curious to what is going to happen moving forward with smaller breasts. I'm really excited. I can't wait. But yeah, the dry eyes, itchy eyes, the gut issues, the depression, the fatigue, the brain fog. The last 4 years, gradually that has gotten worse. So I'm really happy to get to a place where I'm going to release them, let them go. And this summer, we'll see what happens with the new body. But a couple of things that what's happened since having the breast, I feel I lost friends and family because of my breasts as a trans woman. I think some friends and family, especially my sister, younger sister, and maybe some nieces, the females in my family, I don't think they just couldn't go with this. Yeah, there's a whole lot of womanhood right now going on that you're seeing right now. There's a lot of femininity here. A lot of vavoom. I mean, I didn't go out and say, I want that vavoom right there, you know, like in Amelia Perez. You want that vavoom, or you want that vavoom, or that vavoom? And when the surgery thing, I didn't like that scene. No, the vavoom is not for me, says Rita. I think a lot of family and friends just couldn't handle. You know, I have not seen my siblings since COVID. I saw a niece by accident, like this, not planned. And I was ringing her doorbell like an Aretha Franklin song. I knock on your door, tap on your window pane, tap on your window pane. I gotta tell you, family, the changes I've been going through when I really needed you, yeah. Until you come back to me, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, so they can't say that they didn't want to see me because of COVID and they might get COVID. And I just think they just couldn't handle the whole transition. And then the big baboomas, the big girls that came along, they couldn't handle it. And maybe they didn't want their little daughters to see that you can change your sex. I don't know. I asked my niece, I said, is it because you don't want your daughters to see that I'm trans and that this is an option? My nieces will not know their aunt. So that's something. But I remember in my early decision to transition before anything and telling a few of my queer friends, oh, I'm going to transition. I'm going to be trans. Oh, you're going to get tetas. Not even have a woman's face. No, you're just going to get tits and that makes you a woman, right? No reconstructive to the face. No, just breasts and that's it. And I was like, is that what you think defines and makes a woman? I don't think so. But that's what people thought and that's what people think. I had already done my face, breasts, and then secondary face, like 8 months later after my breasts. for Latina women also, it's pretty customary to have a good set of breasts. And that where I live here in Manhattan is I don't see a lot of white women with big breasts that are like give off the sexy. And when I do, I really am excited to see that. But I feel like when I go to Jackson Heights, there's a lot of busty women out there. You know, if I get my nails done, my whatever, getting my eyebrows, all of my beauty stuff is actually more in Queens because it's cheaper. And that's, I have a connection to Queens from living there. Latina women tend to be more breastier than maybe white women, maybe. And again, in the trans community, there is that thing that I noticed even before I got my breasts, and that I didn't want to be that type of trans woman that was so breasted. It was just the breasts, you know. Some friends of mine in California too, who have gotten breast augmentation after I met them and after hanging out. Like I left California, came to New York. The breast augmentation they've had were like humongous breasts, really. And so I don't know what it is. I didn't ask for huge breasts from my surgeon. No. Actually, I asked for a certain size and I wasn't sure about sizes. And he said, no, that's too big for you. But he gave me these and they're a G right now. And maybe they have gotten bigger because of the hormones. But my request for that breast size, he's like, no, that's too big. But I feel I got them anyway. You know, they're huge. But they're beautiful. They really are. So I wanted to do this video with this angle so you could see them, because if I flash them too much or touch them, YouTube takes points off my video and minimizes my monetization, which I think is really unfair. That's about it. So yes, to wrap up, I'm getting the implants removed. Yes, I'm hoping to have a breast lift. And today's a good brown hair day, but I miss my magenta. But yeah, I have more opportunities with brown hair. I have more opportunities. I do. I get invited into restaurants. They open the door. Come on in with magenta hair. No. Whatever, right? Who knows? Anyway, loves, this is Soraya signing off. I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. And don't let stuff get to you too crazy. And, beauty is an inside job. It's an inside job. It's not an outside job so much. Outside helps, but it's really an inside job. All right, y'all? So you take good care. Trans mama always loves you. All right? Let's get this closer so I can give you a bigger kiss, baby. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Trans mama loves you. Bye. Be nice. Be nice and be kind.